Hello everyone, this is Dr. Paul Rose, and in this short video we're going to be looking at examples of combat and weaponry and sexually selected traits that are used in mate choice in several examples in the animal kingdom. This is the Combat and Weaponry exhibit in the Natural History Galleries at the National Museum of Scotland, and you can see a range of different examples of traits that have evolved either for combat between rivals or for display to females to gain the male an advantage in mate choice. We have a bird, the Indian peafowl, a deer, the red deer, an antelope, the impala, and even an extinct species. This extinct species, the giant deer or Irish elk, Megaloceros giganteus, was the largest of all deer, and its antlers were absolutely enormous. In fact, these antlers were so big and such a handicap that there is a theory that they caused the eventual extinction of the species due to the constraints on nutrition. You can find out more about these enormous antlers in this signage at the exhibit. Feel free to pause the video if needed. Whilst the giant deer is extinct, these large palmate or flattened antlers are still around in extant species such as the fallow deer, and these are sexually selected. Females find these large antlers advantageous in their offspring. This is similar to the other traits that we can see in this exhibit. The large train of the peacock, for example, that is used for display between males. Combat between males occurs at leks, where they are trying to attract the attention of females. Likewise, combat between these red deer stags is also based on size and strength, and particularly the quality and durability of their antlers. Beyond the red deer stags, you can see two battling impala. Impala are antelope, and they have horns, whereas deer have antlers. Horns are not deciduous, but antlers are. Like the feathers of the peacock, which are molted each year, so the red deer stag will grow a new set of antlers for each breeding season, and that is nutritionally and physiologically very demanding. The demanding nature of growing these traits for combat and sexual selection is one of the ways that females judge the quality and therefore the usefulness of that animal as their potential mate. You can find out more about the peacocks and their wonderful train and how they compete with each other by pausing the video and reading this sign from the museum. Unlike feathers, antler is bone. It's living, it has a blood supply, and therefore it's incredibly costly for deer to produce. In fact, stags go into seasonal osteoporosis, they strip calcium from their bones, when they're growing these antlers. Find out more about horns and antlers and how they're used in competition by pausing the video and reading this piece of interpretation from the museum. Male impala, these two antelope here, have horns that are firmly fixed to their skull, so they don't fall off and are not regrown each breeding season. But they do grow throughout the antelope's life, So therefore, females will still get a clue as to the quality of the male and how attractive he is based on the size of his horns and their wear and tear. All of these examples together allow female animals to determine the quality of a potential mate and therefore the quality of the genes that he will pass on to her offspring and influence the next generation. If you'd like to know more about these features that animals possess for combat, fighting, but also for display and mate choice, then I recommend this paper to you about the function of antlers in deer. It's by Tim Clutton-Brock and it's published in the journal Behaviour. It starts with a quote from Charles Darwin, who attempts to explain and define why these particular traits are present in one sex but not in the other, and what that might mean. And then it explains the range of functions from fighting and combat to sexual selection for these unique appendages that antlers are, that deer possess. You can then extrapolate the same meanings and reasonings from the antlers to the horns of antelopes and the reasons why these features have evolved. I hope you found this useful. Thank you very much for watching.